everyone, welcome back to Apple Insider. Today, we're stepping just a bit outside the Apple ecosystem to take a look at something that could shake up the smartphone market in 2025 at the upcoming Sony Xperia 2. And trust me, this one's worth paying attention to, even if you're fully team iPhone. Now, Sony's been a bit under the radar in recent years when it comes to smartphones, but the Xperia line has always been about premium performance, cinematic design, and that signature Sony camera experience. And if the leaks and rumors are to be believed, the Xperia 2 is set to push that even further. So, let's talk design first. The Xperia 2 reportedly keeps Sony's signature tall, cinematic 21:9 aspect ratio, but now with even thinner bezels, sharper edges, and a new titanium alloy frame that keeps the phone light but incredibly durable. It's slimmer, sleeker, and still has that minimalist Sony vibe that makes it stand out in a sea of rounded glass slabs. The display? A 6.7-inch 4K OLED with a 120Hz refresh rate. That's right, a 4K. No downscaling here. Sony is sticking to their guns with insane resolution, and they're pairing it with LTPO technology this time, meaning variable refresh rates to save on battery when you don't need the high-end performance. If you're into watching movies on your phone or editing video on the go, this screen is a dream. Under the hood, the Xperia 2 is rumored to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chip with up to 16 GB of RAM and 1 TB of storage. That puts it squarely in the same performance league as the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It also means Sony's finally stepping up with some serious multitasking power and eye capabilities, because yes, there's onboard generative eye integration for live transcription, smart photo editing, and predictive UI elements. Now, let's talk about what Sony always brings to the table: cameras. And this time, it's looking wild. Triple lens setup, co-developed with Sony's Alpha team, including the new 1-inch main sensor with variable aperture, a 5x telephoto periscope lens, and an upgraded ultra-wide. But the real kicker is the software. Sony is introducing a Pro iCam mode that uses real-time object recognition and adaptive lighting. Think of it like Apple's photonic engine, but with more manual controls for creators. It's basically like having a mini alpha camera in your pocket. Battery life's another big upgrade. A 5500 mAh cell, wireless charging, reverse charging, and Sony's new ultra-fast 65 watts wired charging. The best part? Rumor has it Sony's working on their own custom silicon to handle battery management more efficiently, a kind of like how Apple uses its own chips to optimize iPhone performance. And yes, it still has a headphone jack. Hi-res audio is back, and for audiophiles, that's a huge deal. On the software side, it's running a nearly stock version of Android 15, but Sony is leaning more into ecosystem integration this year. Xperia 2 is expected to work seamlessly with PlayStation 6 accessories, Sony TVs, and even the WH-1000XM6 headphones. It's not quite Apple continuity, but it's getting closer. So here's the big question: will the Xperia 2 be enough to pull people away from the iPhone? Maybe not the hardcore Apple fans, but for power users and creatives who want something different, to something a little more niche, a little more real, it might just be the most exciting Android device of the year. Let us know what you think in the comments. Would you ever consider switching to a Sony phone? Or is Apple still the one to beat? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on all things Apple and maybe a few wild cards like this one. Catch you in the next one.